I'm a boarder and I dwell in that second-class hotel. If I stay here long, I think I'll go insane. For I sit here on my bunk and I cannot reach my trunk, and the board I owe would break a millionaire. Oh, they feed on chicken pie, if you eat it you will die, and the meat you cannot cut it with a sword. There's undertakers hanging round, for there's work to be found in that all-go-hungry hash house where I board. They carried me upstairs one night, you would need a fork and knife. It was something they had never done before. And the beefsteak held me down while the cheese stamped all around in that all-go-hungry hash house where I board. Oh, the beefsteak, it was rare, and the butter had red hair, and the baby had both feet in the stew. Oh, the eggs you could not catch, if you touch one it would hatch in that all-go-hungry hash house where I go. Well, she promised she would meet me when the clock struck 17 at the stockyard just 5 miles out of town, where the pig's feet and pig's ears and them big old Texas steers sell a sirloin steak at 90 cents a pound. She's my darling and my daisy, she's humpback and she's crazy, knock-kneed, bow-legged and she's lame. Oh, they say her breath is sweet, but I'd rather smell her feet. She's my knock-kneed, consumptive Mary Jane. I'm gonna tell a tale. You have to keep your ends up and brush off your rail. Keep your loom stick shuttles up and run out your guide. If you don't, I'll put another spinner on your side. Said, oh, wait a minute, feather, now tell me where you're going. You hear them spinning room balloons just a-rolling. You can't fool me, cause I'm on the scout. Get back on the job, you ain't gonna slip out. There's soap and water in the middle of the floor. Scrubbers lay the brooms down, they're gonna get some more. Get on with your work and do it mighty quick, but you better watch out or your foot might slip. I said, oh, wait a minute, feather, now tell me where you're going. You hear them spinning room balloons just a-rolling. You can't fool me, cause I'm on the scout. Get back on the job, you ain't gonna slip out. Spinning room balloons. Now Dolphins grabbing Dolph boxes, here they go. They're always in a hurry cause they can't go slow. Running up and down the alley like some wild loon, slinging empty bobbins all over the room. I said, oh, wait a minute, feather, now tell me where you're going. You hear them spinning room balloons just a-rolling. You can't fool me cause I'm on the scout. Get back on the job, you ain't gonna slip out. Now I'm a factory feller and I work in the mill. I have to keep at because I live on the hill. Ain't got no clothes, ain't got no shoes, ain't got nothing but the spinning room blues. Said, wait a minute, fella, now tell me where you're going. You hear them spinning room balloons just a-rolling. You can't fool me cause I'm on the scout. Get back on the job, you ain't gonna slip out. Now the ends are coming down and the roping's running out. The poor little spinners are running about. The boss man yelling like there's no time to lose. Everybody's dying with the spinning room blues. Said, wait a minute, feather, now tell me where you going. Hear them spinning room balloons just a-rolling. You can't fool me, cause I'm on scout. You back on the job, you ain't gonna slip out. Now the dolphin comes along, he's picking up the ends, acting just like he's all out of wind. Boss man yelling like he's had a drink of booze. He ain't got nothing but the spinning room blues. Said, wait a minute, fella, now tell me where you going. You hear them spinning room balloons just a-rolling. You can't fool me, cause I'm on scout. You better watch out, you ain't gonna slip out. Many minor little things are tearing down the ends, but don't start cussing cause you know it's a sin. Just keep moving in your worn out shoes. You're only a victim of the spinning room blues. I said, wait a minute, feather, now tell me where you're going. Hear them spinning room balloons just a-rolling. You can't fool me cause I'm on the scout. You're back on the job, you ain't gonna slip out. You're the spinning room balloon.
Sweet thing, sweet thing. I work down in the old sweatshop. I work like a mule and I never do stop. Sweet thing, oh yes, baby mine. When you gonna join the N.R.A? Sweet thing, sweet thing. When you gonna join the N.R.A? I never have heard the big boss say. Sweet thing, oh yes, baby mine. I've got the blues, I got those N.R.A blues. Oh Lord, I've got those N.R.A blues. When payday comes and I draw my check, sweet thing, sweet thing. When payday comes and I draw my check, all I get is a little wee speck. Sweet thing, oh yes, baby mine. When we all join the N.R.A, sweet thing, sweet thing. When we all join the N.R.A, we'll get short hours to get the same pay. Sweet thing, oh yes, baby mine. I've got the blues, I got those N.R.A blues. Oh Lord, I've got those N.R.A blues. To eat, sweet thing, oh yes, baby mine. When we all join the N.R.A, sweet thing, sweet thing. When we all join the N.R.A, we'll all feel happy and we'll all feel gay. Sweet thing, oh yes, baby mine. I've got the blues, I got those N.R.A blues. Oh Lord, I've got those N.R.A blues.
Come all you tender Christians, wherever you may be, and likewise pay attention to these few lines from me. I was down at the depot for to make my getaway, but Providence being against me, I found I was too late. Well, I tried to play off being sane, but found it would not do. The people all against me, and I found I had no show. Judge Cox, he passed the sentence, and the clerk, he wrote it down. On the 30th day of June, to die I was condemned. My name is Charles Guiteau, my name I'll never deny. I'll leave my aged parents in sorrow and to die. But little did I think, while in my youthful bloom, I'd be carried to the scaffold to meet my fatal doom. My sister came to prison to say a last farewell. She threw her arms around me and wept most bitterly. She said, my darling brother, today you are to die for the murder of James A. Garfield upon that scaffold high. My name is Charles Guiteau, my name I'll never deny. I'll leave my aged parents in sorrow and to die. But little did I think, while in my youthful bloom, I'd be carried to the scaffold to meet my fatal doom. Scaffold to bid you all adieu. The hangman noose is a-waiting, it's 2:15. Well, the black cap is o'er my face, no longer can I see. But when I'm dead and buried, oh Lord, remember me. My name is Charles Guiteau, my name I'll never deny. I'll leave my aged parents in sorrow and to die. But little did I think, while in my youthful bloom, I'd be carried to the scaffold to meet my fatal doom.
I am a noted highwayman, called Younger is my name, with deeds of desperation that brought my name to fame. The robbery of the Northfield Bank, a thing I'll not deny, but which I will be sorry for until the day I die. We started for old Texas, that grand old Lone Star State. 'Twas on the Nebraska prairies, the James boys we did meet. With knives and guns and pistols, we all sat down to play a good old game of poker to pass the time away. Across these rolling prairies, a Denver train we spied. I said to Bob, we'll rob her as she goes rolling by. We saddled up our horses and northwestward we did go, to the God-forsaken country they call Minnesota. I had my eye on the Northfield Bank when Brother Bob did say, Cole, if you undertake the job, you'll always curse the day. But we stationed out our pickets and up to the bank did go. 'Twas there upon the counter, boys, we struck our fatal blow. saying, hand us out your money, sir, and make no long delay. For we're the noted younger boys, spend no time in play. But the cashier, being as true as steel, refused our noted band. Then Jesse James pulled the trigger, and he killed this noble man. We ran for life, for death was near, 400 on our trail. We soon were overtaken and landed safe in jail. In Stillwater prison lay, wearing our lives away. Two James boys left to tell the tale of that sad, fateful day.
Do round my Lindy, do round my Jane. I'm going away with a pretty little girl, and I'm coming right back again. Wished I was a gator down in the swim. I'd open up my great big mouth and I'd suck my Lindy in. Do round my Lindy, well do round my Jane. I'm going away with the pretty little girl, and I'm coming right back again. Lindy is handsome, my Lindy is fat, but she broke my new suspenders when she sat down in my lap. Do round my Lindy, do round my Jane. I'm going away with the pretty little girl, and I'm coming right back again. Well, the night was dark and drizzly, and the air was full of sleet, and Grandpa joined the Ku Klux Klan, and Grandma lost her sheet. Oh, there ain't no bugs on me, and there ain't no bugs on me, and there may be bugs on some of you mugs. There ain't no bugs on me. Well, the Junie bug comes in the month of June, and the lightning bug in May, and the bed bug comes any old time, but they ain't going to stay. Oh, there ain't no bugs on me, and there ain't no bugs on me, and there may be bugs on some of you mugs. There ain't no bugs on me. Billy Sunday was a preacher, his church was always full, and the people came from miles around to hear him shoot the bull. Oh, there ain't no bugs on me, and there ain't no bugs on me, and there may be bugs on some of you mugs. There ain't no bugs on me. Well, the monkey swings by the end of his tail, and he jumps from tree to tree. There may be monkey in some of you guys, there ain't no monkey in me. Oh, there ain't no bugs on me, and there ain't no bugs on me, and there may be bugs on some of you mugs. There ain't no bugs on me. Oh, there ain't no flies on me, and there ain't no flies on me, and there may be flies on some of you guys. There ain't no flies on me. Oh, there ain't no bugs on me, and there ain't no bugs on me, and there may be bugs on some of you mugs. There ain't no bugs on me. Got it. bed with Jody's wife, broke her trucking boat. Bile and cabbage down, bake the whole cakes brown. But the only song that I can sing, bile and cabbage down. If I had a needle and thread as fine as I could sew my gal and my coattails, down the road I'd go. Bile and cabbage down, bake the whole cakes brown. But the only song that I can sing, bile and cabbage down. Whip her some, run my fingers down her throat and gag her with my thumb. Bile and cabbage down, bake the whole cakes brown. But the only song that I can sing, bile and cabbage down. I chase my gal around the room, she's acting very funky. She's jumping up and down the room and looks just like a monkey. Bile and cabbage down, bake the whole cakes brown. But the only song that I can sing, bile and cabbage down. Wished I was in the Bowling Green, sitting in the square, one arm round the whiskey jug and the other round my dear. Bile and cabbage down, bake the whole cakes brown. For the only song that I can sing, bile and cabbage down. I went down to Jody's house, Jody wasn't at home, so I jumped into bed with Jody's wife, broke her trucking boat. Bile and cabbage down, bake the whole cakes brown. For the only song that I can sing, bile and cabbage down. When you buy clothes on easy turns, collectors treat you like measly worms. $1 down, then the Lord knows you don't make a payment to take your clothes. When you go to bed, you can't sleep, 'cause you owe so much at the end of the week. And no use to Colic, they're all that way, pecking at your door till they get your pay. I'm gonna starve, everybody will, 'cause you can't make a living in a cotton mill. When you go to work, you work like the devil. At the end of the week, you're not on the level. Payday comes, you pay your rent. When you get through, you ain't got a cent to buy fatback meat and pinto greens. Now and then you get turnip greens. No use to Colic, they're all that way. I can't get the money to move away. I'm gonna starve, everybody will, 'cause you can't make a living in a cotton mill. $12 a week is all we get. How in the hell can we live on that? I've got a wife, 14 kids. We all have to sleep on 2 bedsteads. Patches in my britches and holes in my hat. I ain't had a shave since my wife got fat. No use to Colic, every day at noon the kids get to crying in a different tune. I'm gonna starve, everybody will, 'cause you can make a living in a cotton mill. They run a few days and then they stand, just to keep down the working man. We can't make it and we never will, as long as we stay in the lousy mill. And the poor are getting poorer, the rich are getting rich. If you don't starve, I'm a son of a bitch. And no use to Colic, no use to rave. We're getting no rest till we're in our grave. I'm gonna starve, everybody will, 'cause you can make a living in a cotton mill.
Sweet little mama, come along, why don't you swing that thing? Lordy, Lordy, oh my Lord, do that nasty swing, I know you can, because I'm a nasty man. So did you mean it when you told me you had that nasty swing? Something tells me, sweet little gal, you've got everything. Why, my motor, honey, I've got a double spring. Place the needle in that hole and do that nasty swing. Oh, little lady, oh, little lady, oh, lady. A Packard car, she bought me a diamond ring. She showed me how to do that thing they call a nasty swing. She's my pal, oh yeah, my little nasty gal. So did you mean it when you told me you had that nasty swing? Something tells me, sweet little gal, you've got everything. Why, my motor, honey, I've got a double spring. Place the needle in that hole and do that nasty swing. That nasty swing. Something tells me, sweet little gal, you've got everything. Why, my motor, honey, I've got a double spring. Place the needle in that hole hole and do that nasty swing. Yodelee-dodelee, yodelee-dodelee.
Willie Moore was a king, his age 21, courted a damsel fair. Well, her eyes were as bright as the diamonds in the night, and wavy black was her hair. Willie Moore courted her both night and day, till married they did agree. But when he come to get her parents' consent, they said that it could never be. Well, she threw herself in Willie Moore's arms, as oft times she done before. But little did he think when they parted that night, sweet Ellen he'd see no more. Sweet Ellen was loved both far and near, had friends almost all around. And in the little brook before the cottage door, the body of sweet Ellen was found. She was taken by her weeping friends, laid in her parents' room, and then in a shroud of pure snowy white was laid in a lonely tomb. Well, her parents now are left alone, one mourns and the other weeps. And in the little grave before the cottage door, body of sweet Ellen sweet. Well, this song was made in the cloudy west by a man you may never have seen. I will tell you his name, but it is not in full. Initials of J.R.G. Handsome single men, and hear my mournful story. For those who live in single bliss, live in the realms of glory. For once I wed a lovely dame, because my life was lonely. But alas, one day she left me flat and sued for alimony. To pay her alimony, to pay her alimony. She had me up in every court in town to pay her alimony. To pay her alimony. To pay her alimony. Alimony. She followed my step from morn till night. She counted every dollar
And every time I got a dime, I'd surely hear her holler. My pocketbook I throwed away and lived on stale bologna. I robbed, I lied, and I barred and stole to pay her alimony. One day a message came to me that she was slowly sinking, so I quickly hastened to her side to see what she was thinking. And in that sad and solemn hour, her heart was hard and stony, for she raised her fading eyes to mine and whispered, alimony. To pay her alimony, to pay her alimony. She had me up in every court in town to pay her alimony. To pay her alimony, to pay her alimony. Alimony. Now many years have passed and gone, my heart again was gay, until I chanced to pass one night the graveyard where she lay. And out from the ghostly tomb came a form all lank and bony, and a voice yelled out on the midnight hour, oh, pay my alimony. To pay her alimony, yes, to pay her alimony. She had me up at every court in town to pay her alimony. To pay her alimony. To pay her alimony. Alimony.
I had a good woman, sweet as she can be, but she took to drinking, now she's cheating on me. You're gonna move to Kansas City, gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move, baby, honey, where they don't know you. Times are hard and I can't make a dime. If you don't want me, mama, don't you change your mind. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move, baby, honey, where they don't know you. I'm gonna trade my woman for a rocking chair. If the blues don't leave me, gonna rock away from here. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move, baby, honey, where they don't know you. Well, I know you don't love me as you're going chasing round. You're gonna meet a daddy that'll turn your temper down. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move, baby, honey, where they don't know you. Takes a rocking chair to rock and a rubber ball to roll. Mighty pretty woman to satisfy my soul. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move, baby, honey, where they don't know you. If you don't want me, mama, just to give me your hand, for I can find a woman and I know you'll find a man. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move, baby, honey, where they don't know you. Now I don't care, my baby's gone wrong. I'm gonna keep it traveling and singing this song. I'm gonna move to Kansas City, gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna move, baby, honey, where they don't know you.
believe she's gone. She was true, but I mean maybe now I'm all alone. It ain't no use, I can't forget her. She won't stay off of my mind. I can't sleep for the blues has got me, but this is a different kind. I've got the walking blues, all I do is worry, the walking blues. Baby, won't you hurry? If I don't hear you knocking on my door, I'm gonna walk the whole ride through the floor. The walking blues don't be so aggravating. The walking blues, you like to keep me waiting. I'm wearing out both of my shoes, trying to lose the walking blues. Yodelay, 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 yodelay. I used to think I was the one and only, but now I've changed my mind. She makes me feel so doggone lonely, always hard to find. If she would come back to her daddy, I would be all smile. And if she don't, I shall be ready to walk another 1,000,000 miles. I've got the walking blues, and all I do is worry, the walking blues. Baby, won't you hurry? If I don't hear you knocking on my door, I'm gonna walk the whole ride through the floor. The walking blues don't be so aggravating. The walking blues, you like to keep me waiting. I'm wearing out both of my shoes, trying to lose the walking blues. Doggone it all, I'm trying to lose the walking blues. Yodelay, 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 yodelay.